Yo, 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 it's your boy Deezy. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday, man. It's my birthday, it's my birthday, it's my birthday. And then, today is the day before I go to the pardon board to try to get a pardon. Um, I'm looking forward to this day. I definitely, took my time, and I think I waited to the right time to apply for the pardon, and I did it all myself. I did the pardon myself. I did all the paperwork. I did the background check, fingerprints. Um, I did everything that I needed to get done, and I submitted it all myself. And I submitted everything and didn't have a issue. Didn't have one issue. They told me if I was gonna have an issue that they would send me something back. They said if I had an issue that they would send me something back, let me know that I needed to provide this, that, or whatever I was missing. But I wasn't missing anything, and they gave me a date. And the date is tomorrow, and coincidentally, it's the day after my birthday. Coincidentally, it's the day after my birthday, and I'm hoping everything goes well, and I know how to carry myself in these situations, so I am going to represent myself. I'm going to represent myself, and I'm going to speak up for myself, and let it be known, you know, why things have changed, and what has made me a better person in life, and the direction I'm going in. And, the sense of peace I got. It's hard to have that sense of peace because it's a lot of different things coming at you in life. So, when you find that sense of peace, it's like some type of healing. So, I got my special day tomorrow. Today is a special day for me. And I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm happy. And that's what counts the most. But yeah, man, I'm excited about going for the pardon. I'm really excited about it. Like I waited patiently. I said I gotta wait to the right time. Yeah, I gotta wait to the time where my brain is clear. I know I'm ready, and I'm gonna go at it. And that's what I did. So my plan is to get in here tomorrow, and they say, voila. They might give you a little push and pull, and I understand. That's how things go in those situations because that's their job, and they got a job to push and pull and create the friction. But you speaking up for yourself and knowing how you coming, a lot of times works, you know. And it's been 18 years since I have a felony conviction, so I'm looking forward to a fresh start. I'm looking forward to a fresh start. My mind's right. I'm clear, and I'm pushing forward. You know, it's a struggle in life with a lot of things. We all go through different things, and it's not about the setback in life. It's about the get back. That's what people gotta understand. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Everybody is gonna have ups and downs, but you gotta know that it's always gonna get better. When you think that it won't get better, it always does. Every time. You think that it's the end. You think that it's the end, but it always gets better. It gotta get worse before it get better. And you see the people that, really don't experience the worst when things are going good, they don't cherish them. They just say like they can keep getting it the way they was getting it. Then when it's gone, it's like, damn. I was at the top. I was in position. Everything was good. Yeah. But you know, today is a good day, man. Having that peace. You gotta have that peace. You gotta have that peace. How do you find peace? You gotta eliminate a lot of things that was disturbing your peace. You might think that something that's disturbing your peace, you gotta continue to indulge in it. You don't. You really don't. That's a decision. It's a self-decision that we make. It's a self-decision that we make to indulge in anything that's disturbing your peace. Being involved with anyone that's disturbing your peace. And I see what takes more effect though. Less communication when it's no good communication. Less communication when there's no good communication is healthier for you. It's more frustrating for you and it can cause problems. You know, things can be going real good for you. You in a good space and then instantly something happens to change the situation. Things will be going so good for you and instantly things can change the situation. And it's always unexpected. Every time it is unexpected. Yeah. But things always get better. They always do. The moment you be stressed out, you wondering how I'm going to get through this. It's the end of the world. And it always turn around. It's going to be what it's going to be. Stressing don't never fix the problem. It just make it worse. That's all. Things just get worse. Yeah. Keep good people around you. If you know it, they're not good for you, stay away from them. Keep good people around you. That's the faith. You gotta have the faith in good energy. You want good energy around you. Negative energy brings negative everything. Everything is going to start subtracting. That's what negative energy brings. Yeah. It's a hot day out today. It's a hot day out today. The temperature, the summer is here. The summer is here. The summer is here. The summer is here. You got to be safe, mindful, because a lot of things happen in the summer. Be safe and mindful. A lot of things happen in the summer. Be mindful. Pay attention. Stay safe. But your boy is going for the party tomorrow, baby. I'm going for the party tomorrow. Yes, I am. And it's my birthday today. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get in tune with me. Whatever I want to do for my peace. Because I made it another year around. And I'm healthy. I feel good. In shape. Experiencing a good part of life. And my bowling game is strong as ever. That's one thing I want to say. My bowling game done got strong as ever. I'm ready. I'm ready for war. My bowling game so strong, I got them respecting something out there. You know? I got them respecting something. Last night I bowled. I had a good night. Went 223, 259, 240. What's that? 5? Might have been 245 and 242. I had a good night. Working on my game. Bowling give me a peace of mind. You know what I mean? Just it takes me in my own zone. I can just focus on my shot and just tune into what I'm doing. Because I'm so into bowling like that. Bowling is just something that I'm in love with, you know, peace of mind. I like the art of it. Takes a certain skill to be good at it. And it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice to be good at it. I've been in a lot of wars in the bowling. I done lost a lot, I done won a lot. But right now, I'm top dog. Feeling good. My team came in first place. That was a good way to end the season. You know, we came in first place. We went to war. I ended with my highest average, 222. I ended with my highest average, 222. Feels good. That's how I know my game is getting stronger. 34-week season. I ended with a 222. That was strong. And throughout the season, I only had 2 500 games. I had a 596 and I had a 566. Out of 34 weeks, I had two bad weeks, I would consider. The 596 wasn't that bad. I left that 10 pin in the 10th frame, and I left a 10 pin, but I picked it up. But I needed to strike to get that 600. I got 10 700s that season, and I got a lot of high 600s. So that was a good season for me, you know. That was a good season, and I think with the bowling, right, you gotta have the right equipment that fits you. That's very important. Your equipment is everything. You gotta have the right stuff that fits you. The stuff that fits your game, your release. And it takes time to figure that out. That's the thing. It's like a process. You going through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations trying to figure that out. But it takes practice and, you know, mistakes and experiences to figure that out. But the process is good though. The process is good. The process is good. I can say that. Because you enjoy it. You fighting through something. You know? You fighting through something. And my game got stronger. My game got stronger. I feel good. It's a good day. You know? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. What's going on in the world, man? What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world? They say my bro Cameron went on an interview. Killer Cam, my boy Killer Cam, went on an interview and was like, hold up. Out of all this time, I've been me. The first time y'all want to bring me on CNN, the first time y'all want to bring me on CNN, y'all want to talk about how I feel about Diddy. Nah. Cam started promoting that pink horsepower. Cam, snap. He started talking about the pink horsepower. Man, I don't know what's going on. Seen the video. Cam was holding it on him. I think they took that video down. I really think they took that video down. That video, I think they took it down on CNN. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this joint. I think they took that down on CNN. Yes, I think they did. But I seen some people doing some videos on it, but I think they took it down. Okay. I was bugging out with Corey Holcomb last night for 5 minutes and fell asleep. I watched Corey last night for 5 minutes. It was a good night. Let me see. Hold up. I watched Corey for 5 minutes and fell asleep. I watched for 5 minutes and fell asleep. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. For 5 minutes and fell asleep. Cam started talking about the pink horsepower and started saying, I got some cheeks lined up tonight. Snap. Yeah, Cam did snap. Hold up, man. They say from the door, this video may be inappropriate for some users. Let's see what's going on here.
Diddy and the CNN.
Okay. I'm trying to see something. Hold on.
Watching what Diddy do and all this. I didn't know this was a Diddy joint y'all invited me to.
During
I said, I ain't know this was a Diddy joint y'all invited me to. I ain't know this was a Diddy joint.
surveillance tape where the rapper can be seen
Yeah, I ain't know this was a Diddy joint. I ain't know this was a Diddy joint. Yeah. First time on CNN. I want to do music.
About how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what May said.
You see how she looked? She turned her head to the side like, oh, yeah. But she kept the interview going though. She snapped. She kept the interview going. She definitely snapped. Hold on, let me see how I get that joke back.
Ventura in November last year and settled the next.
Everything in the video was egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. Being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but yeah, I was upset when I seen it. But
Did you
as far as
recognize
everything
him?
I just said?
Did you recognize that kind of anger at all from your experiences?
I don't know him like that. What do you mean, do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting.
That was the...
Yeah, see, Cam, like, hold on, man. Don't try to put me as I'm saying this about this and that. Don't try to put the words in my mouth and, you want me to verify this and,
With Mace. Listen.
Hold up.
That you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying. Man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Pink horsepower. Right. That's how you got to do it, though. When you trying to fit something in, you got to fit what you trying to fit in. They trying to run their game. Hold up. Let me say what I'm trying to say. I got something to say right now.
So I appreciate what Mace said, and of course, that's my brother, so if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that.
What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I don't be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
Thanks.
come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Killer.
Right, Cam, tell him y'all wildin', man. Y'all wildin', man. Who booked me for this, man? Who booked me for this, man? Y'all wildin', man. Come on, man. Y'all wildin', man. Who booked me for this, man? Y'all want me to sit here? I'm trying to tell y'all about the pink horsepower. I want y'all to know about the pink horsepower. That's what he trying to promote. They want to have a conversation about Diddy because they just put the video out. CNN was the one put the video out. They want to talk about what they want to talk about. Is you riding with them or not? Cam said, hold up, man. I'm telling you what I want to tell you. I got some cheeks lined up later, and we got this pink horsepower right here, and this is what it is. Hold on. Why you say this? What you talking about? Yeah. I feel him, though. First time you get on CNN, this is the conversation. I'm having a straight interview about something that ain't benefiting me. I'm going to make sure I benefit me. And then I know he went in there talking about, he got free promo. Let me see if I get the free promo. Hold on. Cam Ryan, interview react. CNN, Cam Ryan react. Hold up. Cam did something. So, man, this is free promo. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I do it is what it is. I get it. said, who booked me for this joint, man? Cam said, who booked me for this joint, man? I was trying to see it, man. Cam Nash, I gotta see him. I'm trying to see where this is at. I can't find the reaction he was talking about.
Before we even get into the questions, like elephant in the room, you were on another show.
Yeah, I came. I didn't even go home last night because I went to the studio. I washed up though, so I'm good. I ain't gonna explain none of that. But yeah, man, you was gonna say something? Oh no, I seen your hand. Yeah, no, they invited me on the show to talk about what's going on with Diddy and all that, and then. My thing about it was, Mace, Stat, is that they didn't invite me on to say about how successful our show is or the positive stuff we do in the community, how every day, 5 days a week, Mace talks to kids on a Zoom call. Mace doesn't even promote this. I'm going to promote this for Mace, is that every day at 5 o'clock, it don't matter what's going on, what's happening, where he's at. It could be money involved. It could be a photo shoot. It could be whatever. He stops what he's doing to talk to kids around the world about being positive and doing what they believe in and so on and so forth. And to the point where, one day he was at my house and he told me, Cam, you can't make no noise. Don't come in. I'm not playing with you. Like, that's how serious, no, but seriously, that's how serious he takes what he does. And we do all these positive things. And you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm going to give you the bullshit. That's just what's going to happen. So, we got some free promo. I teased the Pink Horsepower. They tried to bring up when Mace bought me the Biggie instead of Puff. And I said, yeah, if you seen it, what you asking me about it for? Like, nigga, it was self-explanatory. So I got us some free promo. I didn't get the shout out to Dipset Couture. Make sure you go online to dipsetcouture.us to order some shirts and everything else. But yeah, I just felt that you try to use me, pause, to whatever Diddy going through to down him. And listen, the video, I don't support it. I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in anything that has to do with being a pedophile. I don't believe in sex trafficking. I think what I seen the video was egregious, and the charges are fucked up. They're really fucked up. Oh, wait, but nigga, I said what I said. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning. Then we got on the commercial. That was that. So. That's how that went yesterday, man. I don't know why they didn't watch 60 Minutes. They didn't watch Bill O'Reilly. This is what I do on them joints, boys. Y'all keep inviting me up to Fox, CNN, 60 Minutes. Y'all already know what the resume is with them shows with me. But yeah, that's what happened, Stat.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of questions. So I just wanted you to clarify up here, but you guys.
Cam said, I ain't allowing them to program me. I'm not allowing. And for that money, right? A lot of them will let them get programmed. They'll run the program because it's that money. So they'll start doing whatever they gotta do to fit in, to do what they doing, they told, and they running the program. Cam said, I'm coming as me. All this positive stuff I've been doing out here, and y'all want to talk about Diddy. Y'all ain't talking about nothing positive. And you got to understand that. When you talk about positive stuff, it gets no light. The stuff that get the most light is the negative. Negative stuff get the most light. The attention is negative. That's what excites people. You say some positive stuff to uplift them, it don't excite them. They not feeling that at all. They want to be entertained. They want to see something crazy going on. So Cam definitely gave them what they wanted, but they took that video down because I can't find it on CNN. They took it down. But listen to him again. Listen to him again.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that before we even get into the questions. Like elephant in the room, you were on another show.
Yeah, I came. I didn't even go home last night because I went to the studio. I washed up though, so I'm good. I ain't gonna explain none of that. But yeah, man, you was gonna say something? Oh no, I seen your hand. Yeah, no, they invited me on the show to talk about what's going on with Diddy and all that, and then. My thing about it was, Mace, is that they didn't invite me on to say about how successful our show is or the positive stuff we do in the community, how every day, 5 days a week, Mace talks to kids on a Zoom call. Mace doesn't even promote this. I'm going to promote this for Mace, is that every day at 5 o'clock, it don't matter what's going on, what's happening, where he's at. It could be money involved. It could be a photo shoot. It could be whatever. He stops what he's doing to talk to kids around the world about being positive and doing what they believe in and so on and so forth. And to the point where, one day he was at my house and he told me, Cam, you can't make no noise. Don't come in. I'm not playing with you. Like, that's how serious, no, but seriously, that's how serious he takes what he does. And we do all these positive things. And you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm going to give you the bullshit. That's just what's going to happen. So, we got some free promo. I teased the Pink Horsepower. They tried to bring up when Mace bought me the Biggie instead of Puff. And I said, yeah, if you seen it, what you asking me about it for? Like, nigga, it was self-explanatory. So I got us some free promo. I didn't get the shout out to Dipset Couture. Make sure you go online to dipsetcouture.us to order some shirts and everything else. But yeah, I just felt that you try to use me, to whatever Diddy going through to down him. And listen, the video, I don't support it. I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in anything that has to do with being a pedophile. I don't believe in sex trafficking. I think what I seen the video was egregious, and the charges are fucked up. They're really fucked up. Oh, wait, but nigga, I said what I said. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning. Then we got on the commercial. That was that. So. That's how that went yesterday, man. I don't know why they didn't watch 60 Minutes. They didn't watch Bill O'Reilly. This is what I do on them joints, boys. Y'all keep inviting me up to Fox, CNN, 60 Minutes. Y'all already know what the resume is with them shows with me. But yeah, that's what happened, Stat.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of questions, so I just wanted you to clarify up here. But you guys know we film 5 times a week. He had the Pink Horsepower up there. Y'all seen it. And if you haven't seen the video, it's on Cam's page. You can go to his Instagram and check it out. And also, again, shout out to Mace for always being positive and doing good things, because that's what we do over here.
Right. And real quick before you move on, that's what I really want to focus on, because I know we play and joke a lot. But y'all call us up there for that and don't invite us to talk about shit that's positive. Y'all called me like this. We did this in less than 24 hours. You could have called us up for a bunch of positive different things that we do, but you want to play games. That's what you got. That's just what it is. And I don't think we was playing games. I just went up there to promote all the different things that we have going on.
That's what's up.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
And I'm saving my takes for the documentary.
Yeah.
So if y'all wondering how I feel, it's coming soon. Pause.
Yeah.
Okay. They said he coming with the documentary. They said he coming with the documentary. sometimes you gotta do that though. And he was definitely right. All the other things you do, they don't talk about nothing positive you do. They want to talk about something negative. They understand the game. You know what I mean? You can wanna keep positive things going, but they understand the game is negative stuff sells. So they gonna keep doing it. If negative stuff is continuing to sell, they are going to continue to do it. Yeah. There was something that I seen. Let me see here. Let me see what I looked at. Something I looked at. Something I looked at. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Young Joe talking about.
About youth gun violence around the city. This after a shooting in southwest Atlanta left a 12-year-old boy critically injured in the hospital.
Fox 5's Joy Dukes has more on how rapper Young Dro says he is trying to do his part to end youth gun violence.
From rapper to activist, Young Dro is now using his voice to speak out against gun violence. He says after learning that a 12-year-old boy was one of the latest victims, he paid that young man a visit here at Eccleston Hospital.
I'm all about people protecting themselves, but senseless gun violence I stand up against.
Atlanta rapper Young Dro says in the midst of planning a youth gun violence summit over the weekend, he was disheartened to learn that a 12-year-old boy was shot.
Gun violence is not the way, we got to have some solution for these kids, to get out the street.
Atlanta police say the shooting happened Friday near the intersection of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Hamilton E. Holmes. The boy's mother told Fox 5 her son Jaquavius was with his older brother who was trying to sell some water when someone in a car opened fire. Jaquavius was struck 3 times. Now they fear he may be paralyzed.
I think that we as a community have to have something for these children to do because he was selling water, you know what I mean?
On Monday, Dro, along with rap artist Rollo, gave he and his mother a surprise visit.
We see the mothers and we hear they cry, so I had to come down here and reach my arms around her, let her know she's not alone.
Dro says through his organization, It Takes a Village Still, he hopes to use his platform to get through to kids and promote peace.
And I don't want to be one of the ones that have a platform, that have a voice, that don't use it, especially in the right way, because it could be my child.
He tells Fox 5 he plans to help the family with medical bills through their GoFundMe and wants to serve as a mentor to Jaquavius. Now, Atlanta police say the investigation into the shooting is active and ongoing. There was no update on a suspected shooter at this time, but you'll hear more on Young Dro's call to other members of the hip-hop community in Atlanta coming up on News Edge at 11. In Atlanta, Joy Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, violence is going on everywhere across the world, man. This is happening everywhere.
And tonight, this 12-year-old boy is in the hospital with...
And things is not going to change. We want things to change, but the promotion of what the kids see is not changing. So if everything is promoted bad, I don't know why people think things would change. Yeah, I don't know why people are going to think things are going to change if the promotion hasn't changed. Yeah, the promotion has not changed. Boyfriend catches girlfriend cheating outside the mall. Let's look into that one too. and turned the speed up on him. Hold on, let me see. Back up a little bit. Back up. He wanted the kid to be big too fast. Yeah, he wanted the kid to be big way too fast.
There's a father named...
And that's what happened. He wanted the kid to be big too fast.
They know he abused the child to death. Now, the defendant, the father, facing life in prison if he's found guilty of first-degree murder. Let's get you back inside the courtroom. Opening statements are done. We're about to hear from the state's very first witness. This is Corey's mom, Brianna Michelow.
Standing, face the court reporter, she'll swear you in.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding will be the truth? Yes. Would you have a seat, please? State your full name for the record and spell both of your names.
It's Brianna Michelow, BREANNA-MICCIOLO.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter.
Brianna, just before we start, I just want to remind you that you're going to have to keep your voice up, okay? Because the jury's going to have to hear you. So, Brianna, how old are you?
I'm 27.
And what is your birth date?
November 7th, 1996.
And where do you live?
East Brunswick.
And whom do you live with?
My boyfriend and daughter.
And do you work?
Yes.
And what is your occupation?
Data entry.
Who is Corey Michelow?
My son.
And when did you give birth to Corey?
May 1st, 2014.
And how old were you when you gave birth to Corey?
17.
And what grade were you in when you gave birth to Corey?
11th grade.
And who is Corey's biological father?
The defendant.
Man, take this microphone and just slide it right in front of you, okay?
Okay.
Right in the middle there, as far as it goes.
That's as far as it goes.
Let me turn it a little bit closer. I want you to pretend that you're basically speaking all the way to the end of the jury box, all right? All the jurors need to hear you and see you. If they can't hear you down there, it's like you're not testifying, okay? So I know it may be difficult, but just please try and keep your voice up.
So who is Corey's biological father?
The defendant.
And what's his name?
Christopher Gregor.
And how old were you when you first met Christopher Gregor?
16.
And do you know what the defendant's birth date is?
It's May 1992.
Now, you're familiar with Christopher Gregor, correct?
Yes.
And you've known him for many years, right?
Yes.
And you see him located in the courtroom today?
I do.
And can you please point to him and tell us where he's seated and what he's wearing?
He's sitting over there wearing a suit.
Identifying Mr. Gregory, Your Honor. So noted, thank you.
Now, is your son Corey no longer with us?
No. Well, yes.
And can you tell the jury the day he passed?
April 2nd, 2021.
And how old was Corey when he passed?
He was 6.
And what types of things did your son Corey like to do as a 6-year-old?
He liked reading, coloring, painting, playing outside.
And what type of demeanor did Corey have as a 6-year-old?
He was happy, silly, loving.
Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes, certainly.
Okay. I'm now showing you what's been marked S1 for identification purposes. And do you recognize that?
Yes.
Okay. And is that a picture?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors what that's a picture of?
Oh, that's a picture of Corey.
And did you take that picture?
Yes.
So you're familiar with
Yes.
your son Corey, who's depicted in the picture?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to publish S1.
Any objections? None. Are you ready to get the evidence first? Or?
We can move it into evidence, yes. Move into evidence and publish.
No objection to into evidence? No, Your Honor. S1 in evidence.
Now, Brianna, can you tell the jurors who's depicted in that picture?
My son Corey.
And how old was he in that picture?
6.
And who took that picture?
I did.
And can you tell the jurors what you were doing when you took that picture of Corey?
We were at the park playing in the snow.
Okay.
What I don't like about that is, like, they make the people relive the situation of the death of their loved one. Like, why do you have to make me feel it for you to paint this picture to the jury? You can say other things than my experiences that I had with the child, and did you take this picture, and where was you at, and why do I have to feel that?
October 28th of 2020, were you and the defendant granted joint custody of Corey?
Yes.
And when that happened, who became the resident parent of Corey?
Christopher.
And when I say resident parent, can you tell us what that means?
He resided with him.
And did you have visitation?
Yes.
And was this ordered by the family court in Middlesex County?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach the witness, counsel?
Yes, of course.
The order? Yeah, sure. And where did you go to have your visitation with Corey on Friday the 19th?
The defendant's home.
And why did you go to the defendant's apartment on the 19th to visit Corey?
The court order made it hard to go back to my house, and I just didn't want to fight with him. It was just easier than actually fighting with him.
Okay, and when you're talking about the court order, are you referring to the court order from October 28th of 2020?
Yes.
And are you specifically referring to subsection C, that no one except Brianna and Rebecca shall be present in the home during Brianna's parenting time?
Yes.
So during that time frame, Brianna.
So basically, the court took the child from the mother and gave the dad primary custody. That's what it looks like here. The courts gave the dad primary custody. The mom had visitation, and for visitation, there could only be the child and the parent in the house, both of the parents. No other people. That was a stipulation. So the court must have granted a lot of favor to the dad, because somehow the dad must have proved that the mom was unfit, because she had to have like a supervised visitation. So she must have been presented to the court as she was unfit. And this is probably why this is a case where they are holding it on him as in murder and not like a manslaughter, because the court gave him the custody and the rights to the child, and it turns out that he wasn't the fit parent. Whose responsibility is that?
Was it common for you to go see Corey at the defendant's apartment?
Yes.
And calling your attention specifically to the 19th, did you sleep at the defendant's apartment that night?
Yes.
And why did you stay at the defendant's apartment that night?
The next day I had something to do with Corey early.
And during that time period, was it common for you to stay over the defendant's home during your visitations with Corey?
Yes.
And was the defendant always there when you would stay at the apartment to visit Corey?
Yes.
He was always there?
Yes.
Okay. And what if the defendant had plans?
He would leave, and it would just be me and Corey.
Now, calling your attention to Saturday, March 20th at 2021, did you take Corey for the day?
Yes.
And did you previously discuss your plans with the defendant?
I did.
And can you tell the jurors where you and Corey went?
I took Corey to Pennsylvania to visit my dad for his birthday.
And what part of Pennsylvania did you go to?
Abington.
And what did you and Corey and your dad do in Abington, Pennsylvania?
We went mini golfing and we got ice cream.
And about how far of a drive would it be from Barnegat, New Jersey to Abington, Pennsylvania?
About an hour and a half.
And what time that day were you supposed to bring Corey back home from the visitation?
Between 2 and 3.
And when you were driving back to Barnegat, what were the traffic conditions that day?
There was a lot of traffic.
And what happened due to the traffic?
I was late.
And besides the traffic conditions, why were you also running late?
Corey was enjoying himself, so I didn't want to just rip him away from that.
And who did you tell that you were going to be late that day in bringing him back?
The defendant.
And did the defendant send you a text message on March 20th at approximately 3:04 p.m. about you being late?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach?
Yes.
fight over the child. The court gave the child to the father as primary custody, and they made a bad decision because the child ended up dying in the care of the father. They made a bad decision on that one.
And on that particular day, did you drive to Barnegat?
Yes.
And did you drive there to visit Corey?
Yes.
And where did you visit with Corey that day?
The defendant's home.
And about what time do you think did you arrive at the defendant's apartment to visit with Corey?
Maybe 4:30.
And that would have been your weekday visitation with Corey?
Yes.
So it would have been like after the school day?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
And where was the defendant when you visited Corey?
He was home.
And did you stay over the apartment that night?
No.
All right, she's describing the defendant as.
She said she didn't stay over that night.
And it was very odd shaped, and it kind of looked like an imprint of something.
And besides that bruise, did you see another bruise?
He had one on his chest. It looked like a scrape.
And where were you when you saw these bruises on Corey?
Corey and I went on a walk in the neighborhood.
And did you speak to Corey about the bruises that you saw?
Yes.
And where were you and Corey when you spoke?
We were on the walk.
And what was Corey's demeanor when you spoke to him about the bruises that you saw?
He just seemed upset and scared.
Now, calling your attention to March 26th of 2021, did you make a referral to DCP&P?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors who DCP&P is?
They are the Department of Children's Protection and Permanency.
Yeah, or people know them as DYFS?
Yeah.
And how did you contact DCP&P?
Through the hotline.
And why did you make a referral to DCP&P at this time?
I felt like Corey's abuse was getting really bad, and I felt like they needed to do something about it.
Now, drawing your attention to Saturday, March 27th at 2021, did you see Corey that day?
I'm sorry, what day was it?
Saturday, March 27th of 2021. Did you see Corey that day?
Yes.
And where did you see Corey?
In Stafford or Barnegat.
And why were you at Stafford or Barnegat to see Corey?
He was having flag football tryouts.
And where did you go to see the flag football tryouts?
I think it was South Jersey, like Stafford or Barnegat.
Okay. And did you see the flag football tryouts?
Yes.
And who brought Corey to the tryout?
The defendant.
And how did you arrive to the fields for the flag football tryouts?
I drove myself.
And why did you meet the defendant there that day?
He didn't want to drive with me because he didn't want to be seen with me. I'm too trashy.
And what type of contact was allowed for first grade flag football?
It's no contact.
What, if any, injuries did Corey sustain at the flag football tryout?
None.
After the flag football tryout, did you take Corey back to your house in Manalapan for visitation?
I did.
And where did you take Corey to?
My house.
And did you have a conversation with the defendant at the tryout about bringing Corey back to your home for visitation?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors what the defendant said in regard to you bringing Corey back to your home?
He told me just to take him for the weekend.
And were you expecting that you were going to be able to take Corey home from tryouts?
No.
And that occurred during the tryout?
Yes.
Now, in regard to the court-ordered visitation schedule, did you and the defendant always follow what was specifically said in the court order?
No.
And can you tell the jurors why not?
I'm not sure.
Well, what about, would there be circumstances which would...
Oh, yes. Christopher would let me take him to my house knowing the people that he didn't want to be there were there a few times.
Okay. When did you bring Corey back to the house in Barnegat after you brought him to your home after flag football?
On Sunday.
And can you tell the jurors what time did you return Corey to his father the next day?
Around 6.
And while Corey was at your home after the flag football tryouts, what, if any, bruising did you see to his body?
He had a large bruise on his chest. He had, it looked like fingerprint bruises all over his arms and legs. And he had it was very large on his hip, on his side.
Now, besides the bruises, can you tell the jurors about Corey's physical condition?
He was normal.
Now, during your visitation with Corey at your home in Manalapan, was Corey exposed to anyone with COVID?
No.
And had anyone in your family attended a funeral?
No.
Had anyone in your family attended a mass gathering?
No.
At that time, what did you learn about Corey being out of school?
The defendant took him out of school for an apparent or exposed to COVID.
Did you confront the defendant about this?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. The dad is definitely looking bad. And the child died because he put so much pressure on the child to work out. For what reason? Not sure, but you can see the dad had like mental issues because how he wanted to control the mom. He fought the mom in court so that she couldn't have custody of the child. He won the custody. And she had to come over and be like supervised visitation. And this situation went too far.
What was the caseworker's name?
Name?
Yes.
Mark Waltonowski.
Calling your attention to March 31st of 2021, did you file an emergent application for full custody of Corey with the family court?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors why you did this?
I was in fear for Corey's life.
And was DCPMP involved in this process?
Yes.
Now, on April 1st of 2021, what time did you pick up Corey that day for visitation?
Around 4:30.
And after you picked up Corey, where did you take him?
To the pediatrician.
And what was the name of the pediatrician or the practice?
IV Pediatrics.
And what town was the pediatrician located in?
Toms River.
And when you picked up Corey that day, what was Corey's demeanor?
He was fine.
And when you picked up Corey that day, what was his physical condition?
He still had some bruises, but other than that, he was normal.
And when you got to the pediatrician's office, did Corey speak to the doctor?
Yes.
And was Corey examined by the doctor?
Yes.
And did you speak to the doctor?
I did.
Now, based upon this conversation, where did you take Corey next?
The Community Medical Center.
And where is Community Medical Center located?
I believe in Toms River.
And why did you take Corey to Community Medical Center in Toms River?
To be examined further, and he needed to get x-rays and blood work.
Okay. And while you were either at the pediatrician or on your way to Community Medical Center, did you receive the family court order regarding your emergent application?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach?
Yes, of course.
Brianna, I'm now showing you what's been marked S17 for identification purposes. And can you please read the caption at the top of just saying that who the court order is from?
Honorable Patrick Bradshaw, JSC, Superior Court of New Jersey, Chancery Division, Family Part.
Okay. Now, calling your attention to this order, can you tell us who opened this court order?
I did.
Okay. And the court, can you read on the first paragraph, starting with, and the court having considered, what the court considered?
Objection. What's the basic position?
How would she know what the court considered?
It's in a
Well,
document,
I
Judge.
think the question is that the order recites what the court considered. Do you have an objection to that?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
But that's the question. Can you read off the order, please?
Right here.
Yeah, you could start with.
Okay, and the court having considered the paper submitted, and the court having reviewed a letter of investigatory findings submitted by the Department of Child Protection and Permanency, and good cause having been shown, it is on this first day of April 2021 ordered as follows.
Okay. And as the court order continues, you were denied your request for emergent custody, correct?
Correct.
And then continuing with this order, specifically in subsection 2, can you read for the jury what the court order says?
It says, upon recommendation by DCPMP, this court orders that the party's minor child, Corey, undergo a CPC evaluation as a part of its ongoing investigation.
Okay, and I could just stop you there. And a CPC evaluation, that would in essence be an examination for what was going on with Corey and the bruising, correct? It doesn't matter, Judge. I can withdraw the question.
Well, it's leading, so it's distinct.
We'll go to subsection 3, if you could read for what the order says.
The court also orders the parties to confer with one another to agree upon a date and time in which Corey shall be made available for an examination by his pediatrician regarding Corey's bruising within 7 days of this order.
Okay. Now, after Corey was at the pediatrician, where did you take him next?
To the hospital.
And what hospital, again, did you take him to?
Community Medical Center.
And how did you drive Corey to Community Medical Center?
In my car.
And what was Corey's physical condition while in the car?
He was okay.
And can you tell the jurors what Corey's demeanor was when he was in the car?
Same as always, he was normal.
And about what time did you arrive at Community Medical Center?
Probably like between 6 and 7.
And was Corey examined at Community Medical Center?
Yes.
And what department was this in?
The emergency room.
And did Corey speak to the doctor?
Yes.
And did you speak to the doctor?
Yes.
And based upon your conversation, where did you take Corey next?
Jersey Shore Medical Center.
Now, while you were at Community Medical Center, before you got to Jersey Shore, did the defendant send you a text message as to where you were?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach.
Yes.
7. Mario, want to see this? I can move them into evidence. I was going to do it at the end, but...
Okay, I'll agree to that.
Okay, so I have the other ones too I can move into evidence. So the state will move it into evidence as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear about these text messages. The statements of the defendant, you can consider as statements. I'm going to give you an instruction later about...
And again, she's describing that Corey was fine. He was in fine physical condition. He was okay in the car as she's taking him to the next hospital for more tests. And I think what the doctors say about what happened to this child is at the center of this case and whether or not the prosecution can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, she took him to the hospital, took him to her own doctor, the pediatrician. No one really raised any red flags about abuse, so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, but then we hear there was chronic abuse. So there's going to need to be a lot of medical evidence in this case. But when we come back, you don't want to miss it. Mother's still on the stand under direct.
In connection with that instruction. In addition, in terms of the statements of Ms. Michelot, they're actually hearsay, but she's here testifying about it. So I'll allow them in for that reason. I concluded it wouldn't make much sense for me just to give you the defendant's statements or responses if you couldn't see the other half of the conversation. So in order to be able to give you a full picture, I'm allowing both Ms. Michelot's messages and the defendant's alleged responses into evidence in order to give you that context to be able to analyze them. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so turning your attention then to S7 in particular at the top of the page at approximately 4:1.
Be there for my son.
And what was your response to that?
I said, I am driving to Jersey Shore Medical Center. I'm doing what a caseworker for DCPMP told me to do.
Thank you. Now, Brianna, while you were at Community Medical Center, did you sign Corey out of the hospital?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors why you did this?
Because I wanted to drive him myself to Jersey Shore Medical Center.
And why did you want to drive him yourself to Jersey Shore Medical Center?
Because I was already late and I didn't want to spend another 30 minutes waiting.
And what had the hospital offered at the time?
To transport Corey.
Now, while Corey was at Community Medical Center, was he physically examined?
Yes.
And what was Corey's condition at Community Medical Center?
He was fine.
Now, did Jersey Shore Medical Center have a pediatric abuse specialist on staff?
Yes.
And while all this was happening, did you speak to Barb, the DCPMP worker?
Yes.
Now, after you and Corey left Community Medical Center, where did you immediately go?
Jersey Shore Medical Center.
And what was Corey's physical condition while you were with Corey in the car?
Fine. He was just watching videos on my phone.
And what was Corey's demeanor?
Normal. Happy.
Now, approximately what time did you arrive at Jersey Shore Medical Center with Corey?
Around 8.
And did you speak to the doctor at Jersey Shore Medical Center?
Yes.
And did Corey speak to the doctor at Jersey Shore Medical Center?
Yes.
And what was Corey's demeanor while at Jersey Shore Medical Center?
He was okay. He was just a little tired because it was getting late.
And was Corey examined by a doctor at Jersey Shore Medical Center?
He was.
And what tests were performed on Corey at Jersey Shore Medical Center?
He had an x-ray and blood work.
And while Corey was at Jersey Shore Medical Center, was he seen by the pediatric abuse specialist?
I believe so.
Or is he seen by an emergency room doctor?
I think it was an emergency room doctor.
Now, while you were at Jersey Shore Medical Center on April 1st of 2021, did you have a telephone conversation with the defendant?
Yes.
And about what time did that conversation occur?
Around 8:30.
And can you tell us about the conversation you had with the defendant?
He called me and he asked me to leave the hospital with Corey, and I said I wouldn't. I want him to be checked out, and then he started just verbally attacking me and fighting with me.
And did the defendant know that you were at Jersey Shore Hospital with Corey?
Yes.
And can you tell us what happened at the hospital regarding your cell phone?
My phone died.
Now, at 11:43 p.m., did the defendant send you a text message asking you where you were?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach? Now you're S8.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to give you that instruction now. We're getting into a lot of statements allegedly made by...
She's doing everything right. She took him to the pediatrician. They sent her to the community medical center. They saw a pediatric abuse specialist. He was then sent to Jersey Shore Medical Center. The mom did that. And yet, here we are with a dead child.
Yeah, it's tragic. It appears that somebody slipped up and didn't take care of their responsibilities, and it doesn't seem like it's the mother who was the one who slipped up. I mean, she made over 100 complaints about abuse, none of them substantiated, so somebody fell asleep at the wheel here, and unfortunately, the cute baby is no longer here because of it.
Well, Lateef, when we talk about evidence, somebody might have dropped the ball, but the fact is that suggests that maybe they couldn't prove that this abuse was going on. And I disagree that the mother did everything right. They told her, they gave her a choice. They said, look, we'll transport this kid. We think he's relatively serious. We want to go from community hospital to this larger hospital that can deal with more serious situations. She chose to drive him herself. Had he remained under doctor's care, been transported by doctors, by an ambulance, maybe this doesn't happen. So I'm wondering how that might play into the case.
Well, that's an interesting dynamic. I mean, whether or not she should have let the hospital continue to maintain care of her child, that's a real interesting issue. But the fact still remains that she did take him to the hospital. She did do the follow-up that they suggested. So she did what she could to ensure that her son was not being abused, and that if he was being abused, that it was being taken care of. So it's a double-edged sword, but it appears that she did what she could do.
And, you know, I always have to say it could have been a financial issue. It's a lot to have a child transported when you can do it yourself and save that money or not be able to pay a bill. I'm not saying that's the reason, but I don't know. There's just a lot of factors. Yeah, it is. It is. All right. Thank you so much, Lateef Gray, of course, for joining us this hour.
Talking about the last known abuse, the one we see on tape, is March 20th.
Right.
This is 12 days later. She's in front of doctors,
right?
Pediatric abuse specialists. No one sees signs of abuse. So can you then deduce, if you're a jury, that there was any abuse going on between the 20th and that day?
I think only if you have medical experts who can say, looking at x-rays, looking at the test, we can tell you we have all of these old injuries that had to have been blunt force trauma, for instance. Otherwise, I think it's hard to prove.
All right. Those are real big questions in this case, folks. Stick around. Coming up, Christopher Greger is charged with first-degree murder in the death of his 6-year-old son, Corey Michelow. Now, prosecutors claim that Greger forced his son to run on a treadmill because he believed the boy was, in his words, too fat. Now, though they don't believe the treadmill caused Corey's death, the state says the child suffered from chronic abuse.
The defense admits video shows Greger making his son get on the treadmill multiple times, but they claim Corey's death was not murder. Corey's mother, Brianna Michelow, is still on the stand for direct examination by the state. Let's get you back inside the courtroom.
So, Brianna, at approximately 11:43 p.m., while you were at Jersey Shore Medical Center, did the defendant send you a text message asking where you were?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach the witness?
Yes, absolutely.
You want to see it? Good. Okay, Brianna, I'm now showing you what's been marked S8 for identification purposes. And do you recognize that?
Yes.
And those are text messages from your phone?
Yes.
And you're familiar with those text messages?
I am.
Your Honor, permission to enter into evidence and publish?
Certainly, so that's S8?
S8.
Any objection? None. S8 in evidence.
Okay, now calling your attention to the first message. Can you tell the jurors what the defendant said to you and what time that this occurred?
At 11:43, the defendant said, "Why are you now ignoring me?"
And can you tell the jurors what your response was?
I said, "My phone died and I just got a charger. I'm at the hospital because DCPMP spoke to doctors and they told me to come here. You could have came here from the beginning. You said no, drop him off. We could have taken turns the whole time. I'm not doing anything wrong. Stay up and I'll drop him off as soon as we're done."
Can you please turn the page? Now calling your attention, can you please continue to read the first two messages with the dates and the time as well to the jury?
On 4/1/21 at 11:52, I said, "You're not going to stay awake." And then on 4/2/21 at 12:48, I said, "How are you going to go to court and say anything about me keeping him? You won't even stay out for me to drop him off, and I'm offering now."
Okay. Thank you. Now, after those text messages, when is the next time you heard from the defendant?
The next morning, or that morning.
Now, was Corey released from Jersey Shore Medical Center?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors about his blood work?
It was all normal.
And what about in regard to any x-rays or scans?
That was normal as well.
And was that text message at approximately 11:43, was that the last time that you had contact with the defendant that evening?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors why would you try to bring Corey back to his father's house from Jersey Shore Medical Center?
So I didn't break the court order.
Now, after you left Jersey Shore with Corey, can you tell the jurors where you went?
I went to my house in Englishtown.
And how long of a ride was it?
About 45 minutes.
And what was Corey's demeanor in the car ride?
He was tired. It was 1 a.m. and he fell asleep in the car.
And about what time did you then arrive at your home?
I want to say like around 1:30.
Okay. And when you got to your house, can you tell us who was awake?
No one.
And when you got to your house, where did you and Corey immediately go?
We went to my bedroom.
And where was your bedroom located in the house?
In the basement.
And where did you and Corey sleep that night?
We slept in my bed.
Okay. And while you slept in bed with Corey, what was his physical condition?
He was okay.
And can you tell the jurors?
Records.
And why did you do that?
I was just being nice.
And did you speak to Corey in the car before you sent him into the defendant's home?
I did.
And was that the last time that you spoke to Corey?
It was.
Did Corey exit your car?
He did.
And can you tell the jurors where Corey walked?
He walked inside defendant's home.
And how was Corey walking when he went to the defendant's apartment?
Fine.
And did Corey open the apartment door of the defendant's apartment?
Yes.
Now, continuing on, at that time that Corey had passed.
I did.
Now, on that same day that Corey passed away, did you go to the police station and provide a statement?
I did.
And whom did you speak to?
Detective Dennis Mitchell.
And what did you give to Detective Mitchell at the police station?
My cell phone.
And did you voluntarily provide that to the detective?
Yes.
And did you also allow officers to photograph your home in Englishtown?
Yes.
Investigation that ensued after the death of her son.
Right after the hallway.
We can move to S21, please. Okay, now you can see S21, which has been published to the jury. And can you tell the jurors what is depicted in that photograph?
That's the stairs and the hallway to my bedroom.
People just like you.
The video came to court today.
Yes.
Now, contained within this flash drive is SA. And is SA a surveillance video? What would be B, C, and D?
Okay, it's your boy DZ, man. Listen, man, it's my birthday today, and I'm gonna be signing off. And it has been real. It's your boy DZ. It's not about the setback, it's about the get back now.